You can come to me for honesty. It's actually the first weekend of 2020. Oh my goodness.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
And today we're swinging back to Pokemon Sword, playthrough that I've been doing since mid-November, and here we are in early January, and it's not over yet. Pokemon continues, everyone. Oh, this is for a game that people were saying was super short. I think some people don't know how to play Pokemon. I'm just saying. Ow. Big Daddy Matty is whining like a baby about how I'm playing the game. That's too bad, Big Daddy Matty. Wah. Wah. Now, I don't actually know how long Myst is, because I've never played it before. What's funny is, I'm on a few stages here. People are like, dude, these stages you're on now are cryptic, and you're definitely going to need help. So if you've played Myst before and you want to help me out, by all means, please attend tonight's stream. So I'm not walking in circles not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So I can't help that you're stupid and you don't understand intelligent, like, oh my god, the common intelligence level of the common gamer. Oh my god. The next major video game that I'm playing that's a new release is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and that's actually coming out on January 17th, which is a Friday. So I am definitely covering that. I am playing as a new game release. It'll be a big major thing. I'm very excited for it because, number one, it's Dragon Ball, and number two, it's an RPG. Uh-oh. The hell's this?
Easy win.
Oh, shit. The Saiyans are arriving.
Whoa! What the? Kakarot! You're a shame to our entire race! Just die!
Yeah! Original Vegeta. Oh no, this is Raditz. That's right, Raditz. We have a 100-bit cheer from Last Rambo. So to give you guys some perspective here. Last Rambo is a fighting game community guy. He very staunchly defends fighting game community games. Over the years, he likes to see me play fighting games. But then when I talk negatively about them, a lot of the times, he gives me crap. Fair enough. It actually spurns intelligent discussion about fighting games, so I don't mind it. And he's certainly never been insulting or anything in any of his comments. Today, he brings up an important, well, not, I wouldn't say an important point, but definitely something pertinent to me. So let's read what he has to say, and let's do a little bit of reaction to it so that we get just a little bit of discussion here. Okay? So Last Rambo cheers, he says the following. Statistically, he's quoting someone, by the way. I don't know who he's quoting. This is a quote from something, and I don't know what this is a quote of, because I don't follow the fighting game community.
I'm a cream of the crop FGC member.
So I was an organizer of the fighting game community. I was someone who ran tournaments. I was someone who was well respected on the East Coast of the United States as a top player and a tournament organizer. I was the person who ended fights at tournaments. I was the guy who did not, I created a safe environment. But he's quoting something here in quotes. So let's see what he says. He says, statistically, after 4 years of tournaments with hundreds, sometimes thousands of players, at least some scrub would have won or at least placed top 8 at a premier event by guessing right most of the time. All I've seen since 2016, however, is Tokido, Bon-chan, Fujimara, Problem X, or Punk winning everything. So either they're incredibly lucky or there's more than just guessing to the game. How then can Street Fighter V be a guessing game? Okay. Again, I have no idea what this is a quote of. He's quoting someone. Apparently there was some kind of a discussion somewhere about people criticizing Street Fighter V as a guessing game. And then someone calling it out and saying, well, I don't understand how you could say that because the same people win every tournament. Okay? Now, fair enough. You would think, well, wait a minute. If the same people are winning a competition over and over, it must mean that there is some kind of a level of skill that these guys have learned, and that's how they're winning, right? I mean, fair enough, that's correct. However, here's where my criticism of Street Fighter V comes into play, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, anything can be made competitive. Anything. There's competitive eating. There's competitive thumb wrestling. You know what I mean? Like anything in life that's a head-to-head deal or has some kind of a statistic tracked can become a competition. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good. It just means it is. All right? So I'll give you a perfect example here of what I think Street Fighter V is. All right. I want you to think of this. The big, giant, big business, all right, that is gambling. What an amazing game.
You're all damn near Ultra Diamond and you're fucking seriously over Street Fighter. I believe you, because it's a toxic game. Like Street Fighter 5 is like, it's a really bad drug. You lose to the same fucking characters, but you want to win.
I shall challenge this player again for I enjoy playing games that are unentertaining and unfun, as well as playing characters and against players who literally abuse a game system and have no fundamental knowledge whatsoever. Could not block that. I still cannot block. What an entertaining game. This character's normals are insanely overpowered compared to mine, and every button I press gets stuffed by insanely bad bullshit. Oh, the game shows a connection and then takes it back and gives the opponent a fun free combo. How nice. What a great game. Countered by a throw that was not properly timed due to a terrible connection. What? Why'd I get hit there? I should have recovered in time. I don't know. Can't block! Okay. Okay. Oh, what fun it is to play this piece of fucking shit. Alright, so I'm playing Street Fighter V for the first time in over 2 years. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck? So that lag already? I can't even do a Dragon Punch. I don't get it. Oh, it's already skipping tons of frames. And the game is absolutely choppy as fuck and skips tons of frames of animation. Look how bad the connection is. It's stuttering, stuttering, stuttering. Okay. I think that, you know, competitive gaming when it comes to Street Fighter in particular is a farce at this point. Street Fighter V is a terrible game, I'm sorry. Even with all of its improvements over the past 2.5 years, it's still a terrible game. There's no fucking real footsies in the game. The game has no reactionary gameplay. It's pretty much just pattern play, pattern play, pattern play. The game is not good at a competitive level, and this is coming from someone who's played every competitive Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2 released in the early 90s in arcades. I think the only reason that Street Fighter V is being pushed is because it's the only fighting game Capcom has for a long time. And so it's like, well, we play this or we play nothing and our community dies, right? But I just don't give a shit. I never have. You know, ever since Evo started live streaming, I don't watch it. I don't care about it. Think about competitive and professional gambling, right? There are people out there right now, big time people, I mean, essentially celebrities, who make a living playing poker or gambling. These are people who, like, you know, this is what they do all the time, right? Now, you can argue, oh, man, but gambling's just luck, right? I thought that gambling, it's always rigged so that the house always wins, and therefore, there's no way that you could say that gambling, you know, is anything effective or competitive, because how the hell can you have competitive gambling when it's always rigged that the house always wins? Yet, we have competitive gamblers, right? We have people who make a living competing and gambling and winning consistently, right? I mean, fair enough. It's true, right? Well, guess what? That's how I see Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is nothing like previous Street Fighter games. It doesn't have the level of competitive skill required in order to be good at it. But essentially what it is, it's a very high-level guessing game. What you're trying to do is read your opponents. And what you're trying to do is guess what they're going to do. And then guess what's the better option for me in this 50-50 mix-up situation to do that's going to you know, beat my opponent. If you compare Street Fighter V competitively to every other Street Fighter game ever made, that's a numbered iteration, it literally is the worst one because it's just guessing. Now, you can say, I'm a competitive guesser. All right, good for you. And I guess if you really want to look at the top players of Street Fighter V who we're calling out here, right? I guess what they've done is they've learned the game to the science of guessing well to the point where they can read, or maybe they know, they study their opponents, they know what their opponents typically would do in a match, and they know statistically what the best thing is to do. Again, this is exactly what competitive gamblers do. Statistically, they know what's the hand to play, what's the move to make in this situation that I will have the highest chances of winning. They also know very well how to read their opponents, right? One of the biggest things about competitive poker, I know for a fact, is reading your opponents and knowing exactly what they're going to do in any given situation. So you know if they're bluffing, you know what they're doing, right? So the truth of the matter is, I don't feel that Street Fighter V isn't competitive, and I certainly never said that. What I said is if you're looking at it at a competitive skill level, take a game like, you took, what you did with Street Fighter V is you made it something that's similar to, say, a competitive sport, and you turned it into competitive gambling, which is just competitive prediction, competitive guessing, and reading players versus actual execution, actual gameplay patterns. It's just a guessing game. And that's why I hate it. You turned it from actual sport into gambling. And I don't like Street Fighter V because of that. I think that the game is shit, and I certainly don't find it entertaining whatsoever to play or watch, and I don't care about it. And I can tell you Street Fighter V sucks. It's a piece of donkey shit. It really is. My mind actually melted a little bit, I think. I think a little bit of brain matter came out of my ear. Holy fuck, dude. Excuse me.